Hello, I'm Mr. Eddie, President of America, and this is Ed Talks. Ed Talks is a series that I'm going to do from time to time when there's something I want to talk about, but it doesn't really fit any of the other shows that I do. This isn't about cartoons, this isn't about Atari games, this isn't about food, so why not do something different? So this will be a chance for me to talk about whatever the hell I feel like. I'm not going to go big on the graphics, I'm not going to go crazy, but it is a visual medium, so I guess I'll meet you halfway, and if you're one of those people that have to be watching something while listening to something, here's me playing Mercenary Kings. It has nothing to do with the topic at hand, but it's a really good game. So today's topic, the sad tale of Boaty McBoatface. Some of you might be wondering, what the hell am I babbling about? Well, earlier this year, NERC, not NARF, but NERC, the Natural Environment Research Council, was building a new and very advanced Arctic exploration ship. It's going to be huge, very advanced, and by 2019, it along with 90 scientists are going to be sailing around the Antarctic doing all sorts of research. It's actually really interesting and pretty cool news. But here's where the story actually gets interesting. NERC said they wanted the internet to name the vessel. Oh boy, I can't imagine what's going to go wrong here. They said, and I quote, "We're looking for an inspirational name that exemplifies the work it will do. The ship could be named after a local historian figure, movement or landmark, or a famous polar explorer or scientist. We would like the name to be inspirational and about environmental and polar science to help you tell everyone about the amazing work the ship does." Yeah, you're letting the internet pick. I couldn't possibly see what could go wrong with this. Actually, I could totally see what's going to go wrong with this. Because does anybody remember Mountain Dew's promotion, Dub the Dew, back in 2012? They had the brilliant notion that they would let the fans name the new flavor of Mountain Dew. And here are some of the top voted names. Fapple, Diabetes, Gushing Grannies, Granny's Squirt, and of course, the winner, because it's the internet and why the fuck wouldn't it be, Hitler Did Nothing Wrong. Yeah, if they went through on that contest, you'd be drinking a big old cool glass of Hitler Did Nothing Wrong. Actually, that's not true. Nobody drinks that shit, it's awful. But could you imagine what the advertising campaign would have been like? Hitler might not have done something wrong, but you'd be doing something wrong if you don't buy our shit. My point is that NARC got lucky. I mean, they let the internet choose, and they came up with the actual kind of charming name, Boaty McBoatface. I mean, it's the internet. You're lucky you didn't get Hitler McGranny fucker. I mean, all things considering, when you let the internet pick, that's a perfectly cute, charming, interesting name. It's fun. But, of course, NERC still pussed out, and they went with a different name. Instead, they went with the name RRS Sir David Attenborough, which is a perfectly fine name, don't get me wrong, he's a well-deserving of the honor. It's just not the name that won, and it's not the name that really captured everyone's imagination. As a concession, they said they would name one of the ship's submarines Boaty McBoatface, which I guess that's fine. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed about how this turned out. I mean, for a little while, people that wouldn't normally have given two shits about Arctic exploration was actually interested in it. Think about it. If the average person is just scrolling around online or on Facebook, which headline is going to get more attention? The RRS David Attenborough makes a fascinating discovery today? Or a fascinating discovery was made by Boaty McBoatface? I'm willing to bet that more people are going to click on that second headline simply because of the name. And more people actually reading science article, that's far from a bad thing. Also, it's not like science doesn't have a sense of humor about such things. For instance, have you ever heard of Pikachurin? For those who don't know, Pikachurin is a protein that was discovered in Japan by Shigeru Sato at the Osaka Bioscience Institute Department of Developmental Biology. And it's got its name due to the Pokemon Pikachu. They named it because of, it moves quickly. It's a nimble protein, if you will. And since Pikachu is known for, and I quote, lightning-fast moves and shocking electric effects, they named it Pikachurin. So clearly, some people in the scientific community definitely have a sense of fun. That being said, look, I'm not stupid. I'm wacky, but I'm not stupid. I know why they didn't go with the name Boaty McBoatface, and it really has nothing to do with them being too stuffy or not having a sense of humor. Look, the Arctic and the Antarctic are dangerous locations and things can always go bad. And can you imagine the headlines? Tragedy strikes as 17 scientists die when Boaty McBoatface sinks. Yeah, not the best. So look, looking from that point of view, I can see why they could not name it Boaty McBoatface, and why David Attenborough might be a much more sensible name. That being said, even though it's the more reasonable choice and I completely understand it, I'm just disappointed that there's just a little bit less wackiness in the world. Well, something should be named Boaty McBoatface. And I'm not talking about one of their subs. That's not good enough for me. So here's what we're going to do. I just recently got a 3DS, and this is true. So I, hereby, as President of America, declare that the presidential 3DS shall be christened Boaty McBoatface. Refreshments will be served after the ceremony. By which I mean after I'm done recording this, I'm going to go make myself a 7 and 7. That's like my new favorite drink. Refreshing. Well, I hope you found this interesting. This was something different. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I really want to know what all you Americans out there think. Honestly, I'd like down in the comment section, give your thoughts, please. Do you think it was a good name change? Do you think it should have stayed as Boaty McBoatface? Or do you have a better name? I mean, what do you think about the whole thing? Until next time, I'm Mr. Eddie, President of America, and this has been Ed Talks.